Australia's record goal scorer, now 2 clear of Cheryl Salisbury. Now, Kellen Knight drives it. Any touch will do it. It's in. At least Kellen Knight is claiming it. There's no touch off Sam Kerr, but her presence was very handy. Australia into another Asian Cup final.
And can you please welcome from the Matildas, Steph Catley. Hi, Steph. Hi, Steph. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Were you disappointed you weren't here for the celery cat joke?
I was, but I could smell it in the kitchen.
Really?
Nice. Celery all over the table. So.
Hard question from me.
Ooh, no.
You've been in the green room. How's the show going so far?
How was it so far?
Well, I've only seen about 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Pretty much just the celery cap joke. So.
Oh, okay. And?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, that's good.
It's about our normal level.
Austria and Scotland, is that who you've just come back from?
Matilda's just had a tour. We had a tour of Europe, or you guys had a tour of Europe, and mixed results, you'd say?
Yeah, a few mixed results. We played against Austria. We sort of just came off a flight, which isn't really an excuse. But I know, but...
Was it Jetstar?
Yeah, so that was pretty disappointing, but played against Scotland and drew 1-1. We played pretty well.
That was pretty good. Now, you said to me that it was a bit of a long tour and a bit tired, some of the girls. Did the Matildas party? Is that...
Oh, my God. No.
No?
No, it was about 7 weeks into the tour, so we've been training pretty hard, but no party.
Okay, no party for the Matildas. I'll write that down. We've got a World Cup coming up. Now, it's in Canada, and it's going to be some artificial turf pitches, and there's been complaints about knees. Have you played on any of these artificial turf pitches yet?
Yeah, I've played on... I grew up playing at Darebin in Victoria.
Right,
which
that's
is
concrete, isn't it?
It's pretty old now.
Okay.
So, yeah, it depends which kind of field you're playing on. Some of them are quite new and they're okay.
There's strange pitches because I've been watching a bit of MLS and they seem to, even the ones that have got part turf there, the ball sort of seems to stop. It's very slow. The pitches are extremely slow, which I guess we're not used to here in Australia where our grass is quite lush and it moves on. So how much do you have to adjust how you play?
Yeah, I think every artificial field varies a lot. So some of them are really, really slow and there's no bounce, but then you get some that are like Darebin that are quite hard and tough that the ball just flies, especially if it's watered.
So they should play the World Cup at Darebin?
That was what they should be doing.
Ideally.
Yeah. Wonderful idea. Thanks, Samuel.
I'm reading here, you're a Matilda, you play for the Victory, and yet currently it says here that you're playing for the Portland Thorns.
Yeah.
Well, what are they?
That's really interesting. Is it UFC, Jim? What is that?
What's the Portland Thorns?
It's a club in America.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I put that above the Matildas and the Victory.
So do you play on the same ground as the Portland Timbers?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's a good ground.
It is. Yeah, it's artificial, but it's really
it's a bit like this. You know how Gosford have the big sauce bottles? At the Timbers ground, they've got the big... there's a big glass of beer on one end. Have you seen that? No?
Is there? Maybe. I'm not sure.
And there's a big glass of beer on one end.
You can just say, you've lost your mind.
It's not true. There is. I'll show it to you next week. All right. And down the other end, there's a big log. Yeah, like two sticks.
You know those voices in your head.
Oh, those voices in my head.
Those voices in your head. You don't have to listen to all of them. Okay. Steph, what's the Portland Thorns? How's it going?
Well, they've just started the season over there. I don't go until after the World Cup, so I joined them.
Have you played a game for them?
Yeah, I have. I played last season. And we made the semis, so...
What's it like in the States?
Yeah, it's great. The competition's amazing and you get world-class players there, and the team that I'm at is one of the better clubs in the league, and we've got a lot of US national team players and the Canadian captain.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And how's the televisation of it? Because we've heard this week that there's been a brouhaha about how women's sport is not televised as much in Australia. In the United States, it seems to me that women's soccer is pretty high profile.
Yeah, I think most of our games were streamed online if they weren't on ESPN or I think Fox covered a few. And the US national team gets covered a lot over there. Pretty much every friendly they play is on Fox. So.
But the crowds, especially for the English national team as well, they've been getting really good crowds. And I think that the World Cup's in Canada. And so who in our group's very hard. We've got Nigeria and who else? Sweden.
And US.
So the Sweden and the US, they've won it before, haven't they?
Yeah.
And so are they still who are the best teams at the moment?
Well, the US are going to be up there, definitely. Right. So we've got them in the first game. And
where is that?
Winnipeg?
Where is
Winnipeg,
that? That's in Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
That's a blustery, windy type of joint, isn't it? It's going to be quite
I've been
cold.
told that.
Right.
But yeah, it's still sold out.
How big's the ground?
I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe 25,000.
I know it very well. And there's a big giant beer at the end.
I'm going to show you guys the beer. I'm going to show it to you later on.
No, he's very...
You guys don't believe me that there's a beer.
You've caused a rift, Steph. You've caused a rift.
Hey, I saw something that happened in the Newcastle Jets game when they played Melbourne Victory. And I need you... referees, okay, in your experience, they sort of are a calming effect. Whenever things get a bit heated up, do you notice that, if there's a bit of argy-bargy, they're there to calm things down?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you reckon? Because I agree that they're supposed to do that. Yeah. Peter O'Leary at the Newcastle Jets game, the goalkeeper's wasting time. Look at him. He cracked the shits. He's just got upset. He's just gone, give me the ball. If it's too late, just get rid of it. He's just got upset. Now, that to me, technically, that's a yellow card.
That's a yellow card.
He should be away.
Yeah, exactly right.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I've never seen anything like that before.
Well, now you have, Steph.
That's why you join us. But Santa, you wanted to talk about there's a Euro qualifiers in the junior levels going on in the women's game and in Europe at the moment. And this is it. First time this has ever happened. Incredible situation.
This is a game that was played in Belfast, okay? Now, England was playing... I believe they were playing Norway.
Yeah.
England had to win the game so that they could end up top of the table. Yeah. Okay. There they are. They took a penalty at the very end of the game to equalise. Okay, so it was a big moment for them. However, the referee said no. It's not going to count because of encroachment. So someone moved in the area. So instead of actually getting them to retake the kick,
normally do.
She made a mistake and actually gave a free kick to Norway the other way. So major blue.
And also blue full, and then that means that was full time, which means that Norway went through.
That's right.
And then England didn't.
So what happened?
You following this thing?
Yeah.
But this is you reckon that was weird enough? What happened straight after that? UEFA ordered...
Overturned it?
They said that was a mistake. They ordered the last 18 seconds to be replayed.
So this is 6 days later?
This is, 6 days later. They had to come back and play 18 seconds of that game. Yeah. 18 seconds, they had to come back and actually play that. And the best part about it was when they got to the end of the 18 seconds, which basically...
All the officials had to go back, or full kit, the whole thing. It had to be exactly the same situations. There goes the final whistle.
And they all celebrate like they just had 90 minutes. So they actually went through the whole thing.
They had 5 days to think about their celebration.
Yeah. But it did mean also that I believe Norway went through because other results had gone other ways, which means that both teams went through because they knew the result 6 days later.
So that they...
So it actually works out.
That's what they were happy.
Yeah, both worked out. Have you ever been involved in anything as insane as that?
I haven't. I've watched our team in the World Cup last time around.
That's right.
Yeah, with the handball in our penalty box. Equatorial Guinea, the girl picked up the ball and dropped it. And the referee said, play on.
Wow. Well, if you could go back, though, and just relive, do 18 seconds over again, I'm sure Santo wouldn't mention that there was a giant beer at the
he might.
You go back there and just, sort that out.
Mind you, after 5 days, I reckon the goalkeeper's got plenty of time to decide which way to go.
Yeah, study the tape.
She went the same way.
Yes, she did.
After 5 days.
Hey, so it's June 6th to July the 5th, the Women's World Cup in Canada. We've got it's obviously us, Sweden, Nigeria, USA. What's a good result for us at this World Cup?
Well, we want to win the World Cup.
That's new.
And that's our aim. And
okay, do you think we got the team to do it this time?
With our group, if we can get a good result against America, then we can basically...
So it's all about that first game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a massive game for us.
Where are the Matildas? So I know where are the Matildas ranked?
We're 10th right now.
Where's the USA?
Second, I think.
Sweden?
They're
always top 5, aren't they? Yeah.
And Nigeria?
Just outside top 10, I think.
Yeah, it's a correct.
It is.
It's absolutely tough. Well, we wish you luck. We wish you luck with the Portland Thorns, and we will be right behind those Matildas. Can you please thank Steph Catley?